Good afternoon, YouTube. Finally going to get a chance to get back up to one of the spots that I'd fished at a lot during the winter. And it means I'm going to have to dig up my muck boots, and I really don't want to deal with those things because it's kind of warm out today. And anybody that's ever wore muck boots knows that you might as well be wearing a sweater on your feet. But anyway, hopefully the fish are biting. This crappie are starting to move up a little bit shallower to do their spawning thing, and hopefully we can catch some other stuff too, because I mean, I want crappie, but I wouldn't be opposed to some bass and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to get all my crap together, and we'll see you when we get to our spot up here. Well, we're finally up here, and I have come to a grim discovery as soon as I got here. I left all of my batteries except for the one in my camera in my vehicle. So I'm either going to have to really manage this battery or go back and grab at least 2 more, because sun doesn't go down really until about 7:30 right now, and it's 4:20, 4:25 right now. So I'm gonna have to have some batteries or manage this one really good. Well, if push comes to shove, I can go back and get my batteries. It's no big deal. I'm just lazy and don't want to slog through all this mud again. And another thing that I noticed is I left my net back in my vehicle. Not that it would really do me any good, because this is a lot sloppier than I want to deal with. So yeah, I want to just start out with a 6-cent whale, see if we can catch us a bass fish. Fish. We ain't skunked, that's all that matters. See how close I can get to the water down here without sliding and busting my hind end. Dinky little bass on the 6-cent baby whale. I got a couple of nibbles. Let's see if I can get you back. I got a couple of nibbles on the previous cast. I was like, feels kind of suspicious like. So I chucked her back over there, and sure enough, somebody's been back here catfishing, because there's a piece of yellow bass that's like a headpiece. But these 6-cent whales, what I like about them is that's just about perfect bait fish size. Like, it matches a lot of the shad that are around here. And with every head that I've thrown it on, especially with this one and the 6-cent heads, it's got a weird, like, rolling action. Like, as you're reeling it through the water, it's doing that number. Kind of a secondary action kind of thing. And the fish seem to really like it. And I need to check my leader. It's a little bit scuffed. I'll fix it here in a little bit. Oh, that's fish. You just a whittle feller. I honestly thought I'd missed you when you bit. A pretty little bass. Well, we're not skunked, and that's all that matters. I see a bunch of stuff kind of bust on the other side of that, but I'm not about to try and chuck a bait on the other side of that tree. I've come close, but I'm not going to try to fight one through that tree. Oh, crap. I missed a strike from one right there. Seems like they're hanging right off the end of that tree. Oh, crap. That's 2 casts in a row that I have missed them on. I've got some slightly smaller swim baits that I can throw that'll be a little bit easier for them to get. But that's push comes to shove kind of thing. Darn it. Stay on. Fish number 3. Pretty fish. That one's a little bit bigger. You know, I could just say screw it and turn this into a 1 hour swim baits only video. I mean, push comes to shove. If the bite stays as good as it is, and I've only been down here 15 minutes, heck, I'm down for that. I mean, swim baits are my favorite artificial lure of all time to use, because, I mean, it mimics what they're eating. It mimics what they're eating so well. Ah, shit. I should have known better than do that. And my line broke. Yeah, it's kind of what I get. I should have turned or put a new leader on. So I'm gonna do that and retie real quick and get back to it. All right, fresh new fluorocarbon leader. And this time I've just got another 6-cent swim bait on. It's the 2.7 Divine swim bait in Ghost Ice Minnow. And a 1/8 ounce just raw unpainted head. Makes sense to use the unpainted heads with the swim baits anyway, just because it looks more like an actual fish. And it being a little bit smaller profile might help with the hookup. Oh, just missed one right out there, and he just pegged it too. Don't you just love that feeling when you feel like you just got a bite and you just rip the jaws off of a great big old log? So much for that one. Did I at least get my leader back? I got some of it. Oh well. I'm beginning to think those 3 bass were the only ones sitting on that little point. And there's another little yellow bass somebody's just tossed up here. I've got a couple of bites, but no committals. Ah, my leader is already shot again. I don't know what I'm running across out there because I'm not feeling anything, but something out there is just shredding my leader. So I'm gonna go put a little bit heavier leader on and hopefully not have as much of a problem. Oh, one just followed up to the bank right there. I don't know if it was a bass or a crappie or what it was, but it was a good one. It was quite committed. It just didn't find the hook, unfortunately. Fish. It ain't real big, whatever it is, but it'll count. Didn't mean to screw your jaw up like that, but, well, that's what happens sometimes. A little yellow bass. I've been letting it get closer to the bottom and just kind of slow rolling it. I figure maybe they're sitting closer to the bottom. Maybe they're up a little bit higher. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that's just to mix up presentations and retrieval speeds. I noticed the last couple have actually hit with a slower retrieval. Alright, we've got 40% left on the battery. The battery. And we've been here about 45 minutes, so we want to see what we can do. If push comes to shove, I'll just turn this into that little 1 hour swim bait thing. I'd rather not, but I've got a problem. There's an army of geese down there at the bridge, and I do not want to fight those. Geese are demon chickens. Fish. Ooh, almost slipped. This one feels like it might be the biggest of the day. It ain't, but it is what I was hoping to see while I was up here. Big old juicy white bass. Now that I know those are in here, I may be back up here in the morning. I mean, I do have my bucket with me, but there's another place that I want to look at in the morning also. I don't know. I'll figure something out tonight. I knew better than to do that. Did I get any of my already shredded leader back? Some of it. And I'm gonna have to cut about a foot off of it, but I figure maybe I could get through that biggest gap where the one stick is forked to the right there. But nope, it didn't happen. So, yay, another lost bait. Alright, I took a little break there to add a couple of things to the 6 cents cart because I only ordered 1 pack each of each size of these Divine swim bait heads. And now I am down to 2 heads in each pack. And at the rate that I'm losing them, that bird's or osprey is a better fisherman than I am. But at the rate that I'm losing them, I'm gonna need some more. I've got the swim baits, but the swim bait heads, not so much in the finesse ones. Oh, fish. He must have picked it up on the fall. Oh no, it came off. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That one must have picked it up on the fall, because I didn't even feel a bite or nothing. Alright, I got a little debacle here. Do I want to go back down, grab a battery, and come back? Or do I just want to pack all my stuff and go back to my vehicle and fish down there? It's been probably 30 minutes or so, and really about that long since I've got any kind of bite. Go get a battery, come back, or just go and fish the bridge. I think fishing the bridge makes more sense because I'll be heading that way anyways, and might as well save myself a trip. You know that feeling when you're walking through a muddy spot and you lift your foot up and it feels light because something's missing? That almost happened right there. Started to lift my foot up and I didn't feel my boot coming with it. Fortunately, the suction broke and I got my boot back without having to dig it out. Well, YouTube, I'm calling it quits. I got up here and started working on a thumbnail for this video, and that ate up entirely too much time. So we're going to call it with just the 5 or so fish that we caught, and might as well include the couple that got off. But that was a pretty fun little, you know, change of plans challenge. Like, it was originally going to be just trying to catch some crappie and stuff like that, but didn't happen, and it turned out to be another video. And that's one thing that I'm constantly doing. Like, if it's a video is not going as planned, I'm always trying to think of how I can turn that into a different video. That way I'm not having to scrap footage and just start from scratch. We caught fish. The challenge was completed and successful. And while I'm thinking about it, if you don't mind, do me a favor, like the video, comment, and definitely share the video. That helps out the channel a lot. The more eyes that sees the videos means more views, and shares to groups, people you know, helps the channel out a lot. Anyway, hope you like the video.